What's up, wizards? You're typing your environment variables wrong. Well, maybe not wrong, but I've just found a super cool way to do it that I want to explain to you. We're using Zod here. We've got an env variables variable, which is basically a z.object, and it takes in a bunch of different properties here. So we can have database URL, we can specify like custom stuff here. And the kind of default way to do this, like the way you would access these environment variables in your normal application, is you would say process.env.databaseURL. But currently these aren't actually typed, so I can't sort of get autocomplete on the stuff that's available to me, and that means I end up sort of switching between folders and stuff. What I'm doing now is I've got my Zod object, and I'm saying, okay, this contains database URL and custom stuff, and I'm actually passing process.env, so I know at runtime that these environment variables are going to be available on process.env. It's just not showing up in my types. What I could do is I could say something like declare global namespace Node.js interface process.env, and then I can say database URL string here, right? Pretty cool. So now we've got database URL, and that's actually going to be auto-completed. But it's kind of annoying that I have to specify all of this twice, right? If I want to add custom stuff here, then I've got to put that on there too. Wouldn't it be good if one inferred from the other? Well, what you can do is you can do this little pattern where you can say interface process.env extends, and yeah, I just wrote that twice like an idiot. We've got extends z.infer, which comes from Zod, type of env variables. Now I can wipe out this custom stuff, and I'm basically saying that the interface process.env, which is globally available if you install types node, this now extends z.infer type of env variables. So now we get the best of all worlds, where we have custom stuff and database URL, and there's a single source of truth for it. This is so powerful, especially if you can specify these both in the same file, and it means that you get really nice type-safe access. Also, if you have like the one sort of downside, I guess, to this, well, like last time I suggested this to people, they said it was a downside, is you can't add kind of like numbers or booleans into your process.env. So interface process.env there, property custom stuff type number is not assignable to type string. Like we're saying that custom stuff here would be a number, but the thing with process.env, like these are strings. Like the way that if you use a bash process or you use environment variables, they're going to go into your application as strings anyway. And the other way that you might want to do this is you might just want to say const my env variables is this, and then just sort of use those throughout your application. But you know what? They're available in the global scope anyway. If some people are going to access them, you might as well, if you're passing them from there, just make them available and make them type safe. So I really like this approach. I'm really intrigued to see what you think of this approach. And if you want to see another video of me kind of like talking through TypeScript stuff, then it's going to be just there. I'm really keen to see what you think of these little short videos of me kind of explaining stuff from the community and cool stuff that I've found. Anyway, I will see you very soon.